Yo, what is going on, guys? SCJ here, back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the Brooklyn Nets yet again. We talked about them quite a bit on this channel and quite a bit lately, but they've been a hot topic around the league as of late, and I know a good amount about the team, so I figured we'd talk about them here again today in this video. So on opening night, the Nets officially began the 2020 to 2021 regular season and the KD Kyrie era with a blowout win against the Golden State Warriors by a score of 125 to 99. The Nets' two stars both played well as Durant finished with 22 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists, as well as 1 block and 3 steals, and Irving scored 26 points with both 4 rebounds and 4 assists. Most people likely will feel like Durant and Irving scoring less than 30 points might mean that they had just a solid or just an okay or decent night with how great both their scoring is. But the thing is, Durant only played 24 minutes and Irving only played 25 minutes. So Durant scoring 22 points in 24 minutes is very, very good. And Irving scoring 26 in 25 minutes is also extremely good and a great night for both of them. Irving and Durant only seeing the court for the time that they did is important and an interesting thing because it might point out to how the team will play if the build of their roster remains this way for the rest of the season. Why I'm saying that is because not only did Durant and Irving both play less than 26 minutes on Tuesday night, but similarly to the strategy that the team they beat on opening night used to do, the rest of their roster saw their fair share of playing time as well. Looking right here, you can see 4 Nets players off the bench nearly played 20 minutes last night, and while I personally wouldn't consider him there and include him as a 5th player to nearly play 20 minutes, Jeff Green gave them a solid 16 in their opening night win against Golden State as well. This very well could be just because their opening night contest against the Warriors was a blowout for mostly the entire game, but after having success with it in the preseason as well, this might be the coaching style that we see Steve Nash go with this season. Nash, of course, was a player development coach with the Golden State Warriors, and they famously coined the phrase or slogan, strength in numbers, which Warriors coach Steve Kerr said came from the strength of their roster and the depth. And if you look at the per-game stats for the 2015-16 Warriors, they had 11 players average double-digit minute-per-game totals, and of course that led them to 73 wins. So don't be surprised if you see the young and inexperienced Coach Nash steal that style and game plan from Kerr in order to help him have success with the Nets and just help the team succeed in general. Another reason why Nash might use that tactic of spreading out the minutes among the roster is because that strategy was something Kerr relied on heavily, like I mentioned, and that may have been just why Kerr was able to have such great success in only his first 2 seasons as a head coach, winning 67 games in the 14-15 season and breaking the all-time wins record with 73 wins in just his 2nd season as a head coach. This strategy has seemed to work for teams like both the 2014-15 Warriors and Atlanta Hawks, and even a former Nets team, as the 2018-19 Nets were very reliant on almost every player on their roster and got help from a guy like Theo Pinson when Spencer Dinwiddie suffered a thumb injury in January of that year, and a veteran like Jared Dudley really stepped up before the emergence of the then rookie Rodion Kurucs. So this game plan has worked well for many teams in the past, and it'll be interesting to see if Nash will continue to implement this strategy going forward. Another reason why this strategy might be the answer and the best bet for the Nets is the build of their roster and how it really does remind me a bit of Golden State back in the day and that Warriors team, with the fact that they have a superstar, a star, and then just an all-star. While all the guys that I'm about to name are very different players, the Warriors had a superstar leading the team with Curry, like Durant will lead the Nets. They had a star player besides Curry with Klay Thompson, similarly to how the Nets have a star in Kyrie next to Durant. And while LeVert is better than Draymond, LeVert isn't a star yet, and he's still just an all-star, and maybe not even an all-star as he hasn't had an all-star appearance yet. But in my book, as of right now, he's not a star, and Draymond was more of a glue guy and just an all-star as well. That Warriors team was also very deep and relied heavily on their depth like the Nets might do this year, and they had guys like Andrew Bogut, Leandro Barbosa, Harrison Barnes, Andre Iguodala, Brandon Rush, and Festus Ezeli, and so on really helping them. And the Nets have a relatively deep roster as well, like I said, and they might feel like copying the Warriors strategy that they used in both 2015 and 2016 is their best bet and the best way to succeed when they want to make sure guys like Joe Harris, Spencer Dinwiddie, Caris LeVert, Jared Allen, Taurean Prince, and even Landry Shamet are all getting adequate enough time on the floor come this season. So in closing, I'll just say, like I mentioned before, this was just one game, and the Warriors just didn't play too great of a game in my eyes, but I think a near 30-point win over any of the other 29 teams in the league is obviously an impressive one, and when they had a whopping 38-point lead at one point in the game, I think it gives you an idea of how the Nets and Coach Nash need to stick to this strategy and game plan and make sure they utilize it going forward if they want to not only win the East, but of course win a championship as well. I want to know, though, what you guys think about the Brooklyn Nets and their opening night performance against the Golden State Warriors, as well as what you think would be the team's best strategy for success this season. Let me know down below in the comment section. And if you like this video, then make sure to give it a like, as it helps out a lot. And if you're new here and/or you want to see more NBA content like this video or any of my other ones, then make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell. That way you stay up to date with all my uploads and my newest uploads. Anyway, though, guys, I'm SCJ and I'm out. Peace.